it catches most of the upswings and none of the downswings. So what does that mean? So right now, you guys, I don't know if anybody pays attention to stocks or anything like that. People are worried. So the stock market, they're saying, is what? Down. Well, when the market goes down, if you have like a 401k or anything like that in a traditional savings where people are trying to retire, their money goes down. Their 401k goes down because it's based on the risk and volatility of the market. When it's in the upswing, that means that the stocks and everything is on the rise. People are happy because everybody's making money. And this was probably about a year ago. Everybody was super happy. A lot of money was being made. Stock records were being broken. So we were catching gains. Well, what's nice with this, a private reserve account, you get to catch all those gains. But when everybody's sad and crying because them 401ks is dropping, that's when there's a halt. There's that security blanket on your money because it grows, but it doesn't fold. It grows, but it doesn't fold. Drop that in the trap. Grow and don't fold, because that's literally what these accounts do. And what's crazy is you can borrow money from yourself without qualifying for a loan. So if you have enough money put up inside of your private reserve account, and say you want to go out and purchase a vehicle, normally, what are we doing? We're going at our hand out to the bank. We see a lot of people coming to us for credit simply because they're trying to get themselves a nice car. They're trying to go buy a home and they need to go to the bank and ask them for some money. Well, you put some money in here, you borrow against yourself. You go out buy your car cash. Now you pay yourself back the loan. You're not paying no interest. You're not paying no taxes. You're paying yourself back with interest. That's how these work. And you get to earn interest like your money is still there while you're borrowing the money, which is a completely different game changer. So this is what the wealthy are doing and what we actually have access to. In order to get these normal kinds of accounts, we had a financial planner come in and said, in order to even look at anything near what we have available, you got to have $250,000 cash liquid ready to move. $250,000 just to hear the information. We have access to that right now. And you get to set your own loan terms for how you're going to pay your money back when you borrow it. Jamaal, you next, bud. You ready?
You got it. So go ahead next. All right, guys. So we do want to give a live example. And Levi, thank you for giving that great information, guys. Guys, this PRA is truly game changer, right? Because like he said, this wealth is an education game, right? Understanding wealth is about information. And the reason why, like Jay said, guys, I didn't know about this, right? I didn't have this information. I didn't know this was even available. So while we were not making, extra income like other people were, is because we didn't have the information, guys. Now we have the information that can change our situation. So guys, we're going to come out here, guys. We're going to use the PRA to go out here and buy a car, right? Instead of going to the traditional way of using that bank, right? So we're going to borrow that $25,000. Actually, I'm gonna go by using the bank side first, right? So you go out, you borrow $25,000. You get a 5-year repayment, over 60 months, $471 a month interest paid on a loan that would be $3,260. Total payment of the car is going to end up being $28,260, guys, and that's with a good credit score, right? That's with a credit score that's really going to put you in a good position, right? And if the payment, stops, the repo man comes and gets your car, right? That's the traditional way, right? We borrow money from a bank, pay the bank back, money actually that the bank is actually borrowing itself. So now let's make ourselves be that bank. Let's use this PRA, put ourselves in a position to now be that bank. So now we borrowed $25,000. Loan made in 58 months, we saved $942 in payments. Earned $3,100 in interest profits while using that money. Guys, and this is in a down market, right? Low earning percentages, 4 to 8%, guys. And in the up market, guys, it could be upwards to $10,000 to $15,000. So what I want you to take from this is that, guys, you have the ability, instead of somebody else making money off of you for you wanting to get what you want, is now you're gaining money and saving money by getting the instruments that you want. So now you can go out here and you can not just only get a car, but you can start doing, like she said, cash, asset, cash, right? You can now go out here and start, borrow the money, against yourself to now go get an asset. Whether that be a car for a Toro, whether that be an Airbnb, whether that be, real estate, whether that be, whatever asset that you can accumulate that's going to earn you additional income. Now you can borrow that against yourself with no interest, whether it be real estate. Do you understand the power of that? You don't have to pay nobody back. You paying you back because you now are your own bank. So guys, just lock in with this, guys, and understand that this can truly change your life at an earlier stage. You don't have to have $500,000 in the bank for this to happen, guys. We can get this started right now. All right, Levi, back to you.
All right, cool. I love that breakdown, bro, that you gave for everybody. So that was amazing. And then what we have access to, guys, is a way to enjoy profits with safe investments and deep discounts. So with the private reserve account, it's designed inside of a universal life policy. I'm not going to get too detailed into that because what they do is when they have the conversation with each one of our clients, they're going to tailor this specifically to our clients to the best ability that fits for them and what works out for what their actual specific needs are. So, if you have somebody who's younger, it could be more of a life policy and smaller payments. More of a for somebody who's older, maybe it's more aggressive on one side than the other. But anyway, it's just basically it's wrapped inside of a universal life policy with additional benefits that go along with it. So IUL is typically what they would call it. If you're looking for terminology, and once the investments accrue high enough, what ends up happening is the IUL, that universal life policy, goes away, and the money is just sitting in this PRA, growing and accruing the money that we discussed, right? The average cost to a consumer, if they were to go to a traditional financial planner and they have the $250,000 available for them to be able to start earning money and having these conversations about the PRAs, is about 3% that they're going to be charged. Plus, there's a bunch of other hidden fees that most financial planners aren't telling you. In 401ks, there's a bunch of hidden fees that most financial planners, most companies, most corporations aren't telling you about. It's the same thing when you go and get a private 401k for yourself. Okay, so there is a lot of fees. And just looking at the 3% average cost from a financial planner, not even the hidden fees, we're heavily discounting everything for our clients by only charging members 0.25%. So I don't know if anybody's ever had like a Costco membership or something like that to one of these big box stores where you see like they get deep discounts by buying large products, right? Well, we have access through our same membership to give that back to our clients as well. Instead of paying 3%, they're paying 0.25%. Huge discounts, especially the more you grow your money. You're talking on $100,000, that's a huge savings versus on 10,000. But even though it doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank, you're getting a huge discount because you're a part of MWR, you're part of our family and our membership. So the account can be set up with as little as $100 a month. And there is absolutely no age gap on this. So it can be set up for kids. It's not just for adults. One of the gentlemen that explains it, that works with MWR, the people that set this up for us, he's had his son on it since he was 2 months old, and the kid is now 12. So you can imagine the amount of money that he's creating for his child to be able to, when he gets ready to turn 16, go out and buy a nice little car for his son that he's used with his own money that he's paying back to himself, that's going to earn interest while he's got the car money out, getting the kid the car at 16 and being able to continue to let that grow until he's 18 and then wants to go to college, because you can still use these funds the same way you would an account for college and be able to pull out and pay for college funds through that same account. So it's not just for adults. It's not for somebody who has to have thousands of dollars in the bank. You can start with as little as $100 a month in our platform and be able to get something set up that's going to work aggressively or as minimal aggression that you need for the growth that you need for you to be able to get access to all of these investments at discounted rates and just enjoy the profits as they come up. Go ahead, Jamaal.
Guys, hey, I need some energy in here, right? Levi just went over through that, man, like a subject and a predicate, right? He went through those sentences like a subject and a predicate. Hey, man, he just kept, it was just a beautiful thing. So drop some fire in the chat, because this dude is giving y'all information and knowledge. And this is things that can take not only ourselves, but our family to the next level. So guys, I really want y'all to understand the power of what we have, right? So whenever we have our money attached to something, right? So let's just say you go into the stock market and you want to invest, right? You want your money to build for you. You want your money to become an employee for yourself so they can make money for you, right? So, here is the picture of the S&P 500, and the ratio of its increase and decreases over that period of time, right? And this is what the private reserve is attached to, right? So as you can see in here, and guys, this started over 90 years ago, right? So over that period of time, it has increased dramatically, and this is just over the past 30 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's 20 years. Over the past 20 years, it just shows you the constant increase. Now, it does have ebbs and flows. It does have up and downs, right? But this is what your account is attached to. So, guys, we always talk about what's that big thing? What's the silent income killer? Who knows what the silent income killer is? Can you drop it in the chat? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all pay attention. I like it. So inflation, right? So, guys, how do you combat inflation? It's now attach yourself to something that's growing faster than inflation is, right? And this is what you have right here. Now you are attaching your money to something that grows faster than inflation. Now, what's another point that I want to show y'all? Y'all also see where there's moments where it's increasing, big decreases, right? Increasing, big decreases, right? We all know about this, 2008, recession time where we got hit really bad. But here goes the power of our system, right? You do not take a loss in this. It's capped under. You cannot take a loss. So imagine you taking advantage of these gains. But right here in 2002, where it drops, you don't take a loss. You still get a 4% gain. But also when it comes back in the gains, you're going to be able to take advantage of that up to 24%. So guys, that's why they say it's risk-free, because by the way it's stated, you can't lose money. You're going to get an increase regardless of. So you get to take advantage of all the positive, because over time, by nature, it goes up. The S&P 500, and I'm going to nerd out for a second. And the reason why is because the S&P 500 is an index that cuts off people who aren't doing good things. So only the top 500 companies in America are allowed to be in this. So now, Amazon is making more money than any other company ever before. Google is making more money than any other company before. So as these companies and other new companies, tech companies come in, that's going to increase the price of this index. So you're going to consistently make money because your money is now tied to this. But the great thing about it, again, guys, you're not going to have to worry about the dips. You're going to just be able to take advantage of the increases and the gains through the system. So now your money is tied to something that gives you risk-free rewards. That's something that consistently grows over a period of time and puts yourself in a position to win at a high rate. So Levi, back to you, man. Hey, I just want to let y'all know exactly how that thing worked and why it's so beneficial to be in it.
Man, I appreciate you breaking this down, and even in the nerd out stage, because I nerd out on stuff myself, but I think y'all missed it. He said, even in the worst of times, you're making 4%. So when the market dies and goes down, you're not losing, you're earning 4%. Your bank on its best day with a whole lot of money in there is only going to pay you at max 1%. And you're getting 4 times that in the worst of times on the money that's available that you put inside of these accounts that you can go and take out anytime you need without penalty and being able to use, and then watch it grow as high as 24% over any period of time where the growth happens. So this is just a phenomenal tool, guys. And I want to talk to you guys real quick about the perks and terms. And so make sure you guys write these down, because these terms are things that you're going to want to know as you're able to start having these conversations, right? Money grows tax deferred. Okay. When you're having a conversation with a high level person or somebody, you're talking about, hey, listen, you should really transfer your 401k over here, or stop putting so much in your 401k and put it over here where it's going to grow nicely, right? Money grows tax deferred. All right. So what that means is that they don't have to pay taxes on it until the PRA is cashed out and closed. But most people aren't going to cash these out and close. And why would you cash out and close an account that's earning you 4 to 24% and constantly increasing your money and then paying you when you borrow against yourself? I think I'm gonna keep that open for myself. The PRA is tied to the market and never loses money as it grows. As you guys just saw, you saw what the S&P does. You heard what companies are allowed to be a part of the S&P 500. And you guys saw when the S&P dipped in those periods, as you noticed, there were dips all throughout, but it steadily kept climbing up. It never dropped. It kept going up. It kept going up. So just keep that in mind. And when it does dip, you're protected through the way that the funds are set up. And this is the same thing that you can be talking to people about. Okay. You can take money out tax-free because you're not closing the account. You can pull money out anytime you need it to go out and buy that car, go out and put a down payment on a house, get that Airbnb. We had somebody who had, listen, there was somebody who was an executive, 2-star executive director that got on stage and said they paid off their house, they paid off their cars, they were living debt free, and decided they wanted to build their dream home. They had $750,000 that had grown in an account, tax-free, tax deferred, and they pulled out and bought land for their new dream home that's now being built. So basically they own the land and just say, hey, we want to go buy it. Let's go buy it right now. And just drop the cash, pulled it out of this account, and then we'll pay themselves back over time. I don't think you guys understand that. They were able to pay off all debt and grow their money to $750,000, and they're nowhere near retirement age. They got a 4-year-old. Let me just put it like that, okay? The money can be put in here unlimited. You can put unlimited amounts of cash into your PRA. So if you work for a 401k, I think right now it's like around 18,000 is the max you can contribute to your 401k right now, year over year. So you're capped. So even if you make $500,000, the max you can put into your 401k for retirement is $18,000. Here, you can go say, all right, oh, I'm living off of 200,000. I can go and take 300,000 and go put it into my PRA account and let that money make me money. Let's grow my money. Let me make a whole bunch of money, and I'll take that 4 to 24% on 300,000 instead of 18 that I'm stuck with. That may have dips and ebbs and flows depending on what the market does. We represent a supplemental. It's a supplemental retirement policy. Basically, it's the same thing as a 401k, as a 529 fund for kids, or a personal 401k that we have, right? And independent 401k. You also have no early withdrawal penalties. That should say early, not Earl. So anytime when you withdraw money, you're not paying a fee. If you withdraw money out of your 401k, there's going to be a tax fee, and they hit you with like 20-30% on top of that they're going to charge you for trying to withdraw money early. So you get hit with taxes, and you get hit with a prepayment penalty. Sometimes up to 50% of the money that you're trying to use off of your 401k is taken between the taxes and the fees. And there's no mandatory distributions. So when you're in a 401k, when you hit 70 and a half or something like that, you're required, no matter if you need the money or not, to start withdrawing from your 401k. Here, that is not the case. You don't have to withdraw. There's no age cutoff that says, hey, now you have to start pulling from this money because we're not going to hold on to it for you anymore. You can continue to grow your money for a lifetime and then transfer it on. It's up to you, Jamaal. Go ahead.
Also, real quickly, Levi, can you go back one slide? Because I missed something that I really want to go over. Because this thing needs to get started ASAP. Guys, as you can see, 2022, this is up to date, right? 2022. Guys, what are we in? We're in a decline, right? As you can see, by everything else in here, if what goes down must do what? Hey, so guys, it's cyclical. If you want to put your money somewhere where it's going to go up in a highway, because a lot of times, again, it's an information game. We don't know what companies are going to be, what companies that are going to be in the stock market can go up real quick, right? A lot of us don't even have time to do any of this stuff, to understand that information. So now you got professionals, you got a team that's going to handle that for you, guys, and we're on the cusp of a come up. So guys, we got to get in this thing now, right? Because again, if you want your money to start making money for you quickly, so now you can go out there and invest in other things, this is the perfect opportunity for it. Why? Because we are in a decline. We are in the recession. A recession is when we make millionaires. And this is a platform and a service that you already are a part of that can come out here and help you become a millionaire. So guys, and also I definitely want to include the how to use this, you know, with the real estate option that we have, right? The land banking, right? So let's say we come in here, right? And we put this money in right here, right? And it grows. So now, instead of, again, it's services to help our money build money for us. So we go out here, guys, and we link in with the land bank of parcels. We borrow the money against this that we already have. So now the money's grown. It's collected the interest. Now we have extra income that we can borrow against ourselves while still collecting interest. Now let's put that money into the real estate parcels, into a growing environment, into a growing market, saving ourselves 20 to 40%. Guys, 20 to 40% in a growing market within a year, you're going to be already in a place to make a profit with that. You're going to already be able to get that money back, right? So now you have real estate. Now you're your own bank. And guys, what money has really came out? What money has came out of your pocket? None. You already got the money still there. So guys, again, this is truly, we are now in a position to where we can change our lives, build generational wealth, pretty risk-free, getting $1 million service, guys, for $149. A lot of us $50. $50 should be the goal, but for $149. And people are leaving our business. People are leaving our organization. The only way you believe this is if you don't understand the power of this. So guys, please come in here. Take this seriously. Take advantage of these services. I mean, I'm myself, but I got my conversation, I got my appointment happening this next week, next Monday. I got my schedule set up to have my conversation, because this is something that we need now, but not just us. Now look at the conversations of people that you can have with other people as well. This opens a door to be able to have a conversation with not just people who have bad credit, not just people who think that $99 is a lot. No, I got $20,000, but I don't know what to do with it. I got $30,000, I don't know what to do with it. I got $5,000, I don't know what to do with it. Right? Now we got something that we can put them in front of and say, look, this is what we can help you do. Not only get these other things, not only put this money back into your pocket, and especially if you can get somebody with the other services as well, guys, $800, $900 per pay period they can save from taxes. Guess what that can go to? Being their own bank, right? So save somebody on their on lowering their bills. Guess what that money can go to now? Making more money for them, putting them in a position to be wealthy. This product is unlike anything else we've ever been a part of. This is unlike anything else I've seen, this combination. So I really want y'all to take this seriously. Come out here and really focus in on what your goals are, what you're here for, what is your why. Because guys, when he said there's 2-star executive directors living debt-free, building their dream houses, this wasn't just one person, guys. This is many people coming up on stage. They've been in the business 3 years. Why can't we do the same thing but faster? So I'm gonna leave it right there, Levi, man. You take it from here, man. Hey, guys, let's come out here and win big. 2022 is a year of change. It's a year of elevation. And I'm taking full advantage of all this. And I want y'all to as well.
Appreciate you, Jamaal. If y'all are stuck and y'all don't know how to go find some clients now, I don't got nothing else for you. Because we done shown you how you can win. We done shown you how you can build wealth, whether you got clients or you want to be in the business. Now think about all the people that you can go find that need some additional income, that say, hey, maybe they got their bills paid, but they're just getting by. Oh, really? Well, let me show you how you can get set up for retirement. You can have a high level conversation with somebody. It doesn't have to be, hey, I just need to know how I can fix your credit. No, you can say, look, is your credit good? Okay, you got a 640, not a problem. We saw person after person after person line up with a story and say, I had a 640. My score went up 120 points, 150 points, 180 points. Oh, I was able to take my interest on my home that I purchased with my 640. I was at a 5.7% interest rate. I got it down to 2.5. I got it down to 2.4. I got it down to 2.3. My house is now paid off. I had a career where I made some bad investments. So I thought I was going to be working till I was 80. They gave me a plan where I could retire in 10 years, and I did it in 5. Because of what we have here with the private reserve account. You heard Jamaal just give y'all all the sauce. Y'all saw the presentation we just gave y'all, and it don't make no sense if you ain't trying to add $100 to savings at some point. I mean, that's dinner and a movie. That's dinner and a movie, y'all. That $150 is well worth my dinner and a movie being stopped, so I can go put me some money away that ain't going nowhere, no matter how bad the market gets, because I know even in a bad market, I'm making $4 on my $100. That's all I really got to say. I hope y'all can understand this. We didn't want to keep y'all too late, but this information was just so desperately needed to understand what we have at our fingertips. Go out here, find the people, talk to your people at the water cooler if you work, and if you're not, go find a water cooler to go find some people to talk to about what they're doing with their 401k plans, and let's take it over. Peace and blessings. We love y'all.